Hello, Stephanie. How are you doing today?
Hey Amber, I'm doing really good. I'm glad to be meeting with you finally.
Well, I'm good to see you again. Let me just pull up everything. I'm just going to get right into it to make the most out of our time together. Um, so, uh, how are your spring 2026 courses going? I know you were a little nervous getting started, but how are they going so far?
They're actually going really well. I'm honestly shocked at myself. I was really nervous about taking 100% online classes, especially, being out for so long, but I'm feeling really comfortable with them now.
All right, awesome. I'm glad to hear that. What made you feel more comfortable with the online learning? Did the because we signed you up for that OLRN course, did that help you, kind of get used to the Canvas and kind of how to navigate, the online courses?
Oh yeah, that orientation to online learning, it really did help. I did it before my classes started, and it helped me and guided me through Canvas on how to, use it and track my assignments. And I really liked the feature where I could message my instructors through there. Oh, it made it so much easier because that was what a big concern for mine was not being able to talk to my instructors face to face, but the messaging system was really helpful. And I actually feel really good about taking more online classes now in the future.
Oh, okay, that's good to know. All right, so since we're talking about future classes, we're going to go ahead and start planning for FAIR, the full academic year. Summer has been open for a while now, but um, the full academic year registration opened just a couple days ago. So now you can register for fall of 26, spring of 27, and summer of 27.
Oh,
And
wow.
so you're really going to want to do that, if nothing else, to save your seat. So let me share my screen so we can look at your ISP plan. Um, I've already kind of planned it out for you. Let me try this one more time.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to make sure I'm taking classes that count towards my degree and that will
Okay.
transfer for my bachelor's degree too.
Okay. Yeah. I've kind of started setting this up. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So this is your ISP plan. It is in GPS. When you do go to GPS, you just click the plans tab at the top of the page, scroll down. It will look like this, your transfer guide. And these are classes that, for most public Texas institutions, universities like UTSA, Texas State, Texas A&M San Antonio, most business degrees follow along this. So that's where I'm getting these classes from. So when we are looking through this, looks like we talked about maybe accounting before, but just know this is like for management, HR. There's a lot of different fields that you can go into under the business.
Oh, that's good.
Um,
'Cause, yeah, I'm still not completely sure where I want to transfer yet.
yeah, so that it's these, no matter what you do, these more, other than a couple of classes, these are going to align with it. The lower division business requirements. Um, so and I do say public institution. Now, if you decide to go to a private institution like St. Mary's, OLLU, it can be very picky, or they're very specific about the lower division. So just let me know if you change your mind and decide to go to one of those schools. And we just go in here and we just update this. This is
Oh,
just a
okay.
plan. It's not a you must, it's not a, we have to follow this exactly. There's classes you can move around if you need to. So just don't ever feel like you're stuck.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay, let me see. So what we've planned for right now is the a summer. I've just have you in the math. How many classes were you thinking about taking in the summer?
Honestly, no more than two classes. Yeah. I,
Okay.
I don't think I could do more than that.
Okay. Um, right now, I was looking at it, and since you need to kind of get started on math, or if you want to get math out of the way, you could take your because you need to start with your developmental math based on your TSI scores. So you may want to focus on that course alone in the summer, just because our summer courses can move much more quickly. Uh,
Okay.
so just kind of keep that in mind. Now we can add another course, but summer is not like fall and spring. Um, right now you're taking full semester courses. Summer is going to go faster. So that's why I'm kind of, if you want to take care of the developmental math so that you can go into your business math in the fall, maybe just take the 8 week session in the summer so that you can just focus on that.
Oh, good. I didn't know summer was so fast like that.
Yeah, so that's what I was kind of thinking. And then the rest of your plan, we have just I've put you as a part-time student. Just know that you can this business course, if you can't find it for the fall, you can move it to the spring. Um, so that's kind of what I've planned for. Have any questions so far?
No, that sounds good. Well, actually, I did have a question. It's about a different program, if that's okay.
Mhm.
I had a question about the Google Project Management Certificate. Could I get credit for that too?
Let's take a look because we have started doing credit for prior learning. Um, and it's the Google certificate.
Yes, yeah, that's the one that I had
Okay,
earned. I wanted to see if I could get credit that could apply.
let's take a look. This is the site. They just have started updating this. I just started playing with this the other day. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see. Certificates. Look, Google Project Management. Yeah. So this is actually a technical credit that you can get. And that's a good point to make too. This is offered at Palo Alto College because this is actually part of their Bachelor of Applied Technology and Operations Management. So Alamo Colleges does offer a few bachelor's degrees, and one of them is in operations management. Some of our business majors are uh, they are actually finishing their Associate of Arts in Business Administration, like you are. Then they're going to go change their primary institution to Palo Alto College, and they're going to start working on that Bachelor of Applied Technology. This is actually part of that. Now, you wouldn't be able to take this class as part of your associates just because this is a technical course and it's not part of an associate's degree. So
Oh,
it is definitely something that you could apply if you decide to go to Palo Alto and do their Bachelor's of Applied Technology.
oh, okay, okay. I did not know that. Well, that makes sense. So at least it'll apply potentially later on.
Yes, if you decide to go to, here, let me just do, if you decide to do their bachelor's degree, I did that wrong. I do BAT at PAC because it's a Bachelor of Applied Technology. So we call it the BAT at PAC. And then what I would recommend as you're looking at transfer, like where you're going to go get a bachelor's degree, UTSA, Texas A&M, San Antonio, or anywhere else, they do have info sessions. So I would definitely, I will email you this website. When you go down, there's this tab, information fairs. And this is where you can do a Zoom. They have one every month. Next one's going to be May 6th. It's the second Wednesday, and they're from 6 to 7 on Zoom. And that's where they kind of review the program and tell the potential students what it's about. So as you're researching schools, that might be something that you want to look into. Then if you do decide to do their bachelor's degree, later on you can tell them you did your Google Project Management to get credit. So that's one less class you have to take.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna definitely do that then. Thank you.
Okay. So yeah, I'll email you that resource so you can kind of do that research while you're looking at other schools. Let me see. And I'm just looking at my notes. Um, let's go back to the ISP. That kind of goes back to when we're planning for the full academic year registration. I've put the business calculus in there because certain schools do want that class. But if you decide to go to PAC, they don't require that class. Texas A&M San Antonio, some of their business degrees do not require this class. I put it in there because other institutions do require it, like Texas State, UTSA. So When we meet again later on in the fall, if you have decided where you want to go by then and they don't require this class, then we just take it out and we put another, elective in its place. Um, so just kind of keep that in mind. But I do have that in there because it is required at a lot of institutions. And
Okay.
these are the ones that you do have to take in order. You got to do business math and then do your math calculus. So just some options there as we're moving forward and you're doing your research.
Oh yeah. That
Um,
seems like a good idea.
and then again, for summer, I do recommend maybe just focusing on that. That way you can focus on the math, especially if you're a little nervous about taking math courses, just because it's math.
I know I'm a little nervous about taking that in the summer, but I guess we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I can also when I send you the information about the applied technology degree, I'll send you tutoring links. We have a very good tutoring service in the library. They do online tutoring. So don't feel like you have to come to campus. They will work with you to help you with online tutoring.
Oh, good.
Our instructors are very good about giving resources for online tutoring. We also have something called Alamo Experience. That's for student life, where like club announcements and certain courses are. There's a course called Learn How to Learn, and it kind of just teaches students like you that are coming in how to, um, go come back to school and study skills and things like that. So I'll email you the link to get to that, just because that would be good to look at as you're have that break between your spring classes and your summer classes. So that should be helpful if just to kind of make you feel better while you're going through. Don't wait till you're struggling in the class. I would start with tutoring as soon as the class starts, and I would go maybe weekly, just to make sure that you're, feeling confident in that class, no matter what. You don't want to start struggling and then start. It's better to kind of be proactive about it.
Oh yeah, that sounds really helpful because it is a big deal for me with the math.
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely do that. And again, our instructors are great about, they want you to succeed. Reach out to your instructor, just kind of be proactive about it and just know coming in, I'm going to probably have to go to tutoring.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad you offer that.
Yes. And it is online again. So, you don't, and they will work with you if something doesn't work, like their times, contact the center and they will work with you to set something up. Okay. And again, I will email you all these links so that they're in one email. You don't have to search around for everything. Okay. I think we've covered everything I needed to cover right now. Are there any other concerns that you have?
Oh, well, one thing that I was dealing with was my laptop. It's pretty outdated, I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to save up for a new one, but I'm worried about my online classes because I don't know how long this laptop is gonna last for me. I was trying to
Okay.
see if there are any options for that.
Yes, you can check out a loaner laptop through the IT department. The IT department is located in the library. So I'll send you that link as well. There's a form you fill out, saying I need to borrow a laptop. They will email you when it's ready to pick up, and then you just go to campus and pick up your laptop.
Oh, thank God. I did not know that was an option, so I'm so glad you mentioned it.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, we have a lot of resources. We never want you to suffer in silence. You can always reach out to me. If you need other options, we have our advocacy center. They have a lot of just different community resources, transportation, help, things like that. So never feel like, you're all alone. We're here to make sure that you're successful. So just reach out if you ever need something. And if I don't know, then I will reach out and try to find the answers. Okay, so just a few reminders. Once you register for summer, the first payment will be due May 14th. So just never assume that your financial aid is just going to be, you always want to check in and just make sure the payment's there. If you need to set up a payment plan, you'll want to set up a payment plan before that date. So just make sure everything is in place before May 14th, so you're not dropped for non-payment. um, And then always check your ACEs email at least twice a week just to keep it clear, because we're going to communicate to you only through your ACEs email.
Okay, that
All
sounds good.
right. And then, okay, so your homework, I would definitely recommend going to that Bachelor of Applied Technology information session. Research your transfer institutions. Go ahead and register for your classes. If you do struggle with registering for your classes, you can email me with the CRN number for that particular class that you're trying to register for. I'm on the evening Zoom drop ins. You can try to find me there or just come to the drop ins and any available advisor can help you.
Okay.
You should be able to just pull the GPS up and just register, look for classes, look at the instructors, register for your classes now. Um, and then if you need that loaner laptop, make sure I'll send you all the links and forms. And then as we get closer to summer, start looking into those tutoring and support resources that learn to learn, doing those modules.
Oh, yes,
Um,
that all sounds good. Thank you
all
so
right.
much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. And if, your transfer plans change, you need any help, just let me know. And we'll talk about that. I'm always here to support you. So just reach out.
Thank you, Amber, so much. I hope you have a good rest of your day.
All right. Thank you too. You have a very good day. Bye.
Bye.